Hello, welcome to Real to Real Talk. I am your host, Paul Britton. Today, I've got one thing on my mind, and it is The Substance. This is a movie from a French director made in the United States that premiered in Cannes, and it won Best Screenplay out of Cannes. And it is a body horror movie, so think David Cronenberg, maybe a few of David Lynch's things as well. That basically has been polarizing to audiences. Some people just love it and consider it one of the best movies to come out this year, if not in several years. And some people are just like, oh no, this movie is just up and down, not good, and disliking it. And I have thoughts. Good thing too, because I'm on a podcast. So here's the thing about The Substance. So let me just it stars the Substance stars Demi Moore as a aging movie star, one time Oscar winner, now featured on her very own like workout show. Think Jane Fonda. You know, basically she's playing like a take on Jane Fonda. Her name is Elizabeth Sparkle, and she's about to turn 50. And that is a bad age for people on television, especially women. And so she's losing her show and being forced out. And on the day that she loses her show and is forced out, on her 50th birthday, by the way, she gets into a really bad car accident, ends up in the hospital, and is approached by a nurse who says, "Hey, you would be a good candidate. It changed my life." And we're like, what is he even talking about? We don't know. She reaches, as she's walking out of the hospital, she reaches into her coat pocket and finds a flash drive labeled The Substance. And there's just a phone number attached on the flash drive. So she puts the flash drive in her television, watches a video on there that says, if you want to get your years back, sign up with The Substance. You are the Matrix. You will help form a newer, better you. And sign up. Obviously, aging Hollywood star. Yes, I want to sign up for The Substance. And what it does in an amazing scene is it causes her to split into two. One half exactly who she is now, the other half basically a younger version of herself, played by Margaret Qualley. And Margaret Qualley was in Poor Things last year. And the catch to The Substance is that you have to do 7 days. Each person goes out into the world and spends 7 days in the world, while the other person, although they're the same person, that's reiterated, like, look, you two are the same people, stop referring to her as her, is a very common thing. Or she, or what, it's you. One half, we'll say half, goes out into the world, lives a life, and the other half spends 7 days in hibernation, essentially. And you have to do this, and there's a process to switch back and forth, and you have to do the switch every 7 days, or there are consequences. And the Demi Moore half is the half that suffers the consequences, whereas the Margaret Qualley half just gets off scot-free. And the beginning of the body horror, you think, is the moment where they split in half, and oh no, it gets, oh wow, okay, so that's where we're going here. And it's something. It's really something. And but what's really amazing is the interplay between the two characters, which don't really ever confront each other throughout the first two acts of the movie. Like you're literally at the end of Act Two or the start of Act Three, really, when they actually confront each other and are seen face to face, awake. Because, like I said, one of them's in hibernation at the time, and the other one is out and about. And Margaret Qualley decides, you know what, I'm getting shit done. Because what happens is she gets her time slot back in essence, and she becomes the star of the exercise show, and becomes like a star on top of a star on top of a star, and just blows up. And that's everything that Elizabeth Sparkle wanted. So Elizabeth Sparkle, even though she's suffering some consequences, doesn't want to end her younger half, who goes by the name of Sue, and just Sue. It's never like Susan Vega or something. No, it's just Sue. And up to this point, I'm just really loving this movie. The first two acts of this movie are perfection. The first half of the third act is perfection. It is so good. Everything, all of the just the metaphors on aging, and the what the movie has to say about the perception of aging, and the horrible way women are treated as they age, and the unrealistic expectations that are placed on women as they age, and the glorification of a woman's body. All of it, chef's kiss, perfect. Thank you. Yes, everything is so good. And until the like, and then, even up to the point where those ramifications from Margaret Qualley stealing time from Demi Moore's half of Elizabeth Sparkle catch up, and to the point where there is no more. You cannot do it any longer. And it happens to be, of course, on the biggest night for Sue, because Sue has been tapped to host the New Year's Eve special. And this is where it's like, okay, the start of the New Year's Eve special on is like, oh no, this is unnecessary. Like it transforms from an amazing commentary and an insightful commentary on all of these all of these important age related and beauty related and misogynistic related topics that I mentioned, into just like those with a big fucking mallet smashing you over the head and saying, you are terrible, you are terrible, and it's like, and it doesn't stop. It just keeps going and going and going and go. And at some point, it's like, no, this is too much. And then it goes way beyond that. And it becomes juvenile. Like throughout, it's funny. Like this is a satire. It's a commentary, but it's also a biting commentary in that it forces you to laugh at horrible things. It's one of those movies. It forces you to laugh at horrible things, and then it says, "Okay, let's see how horrible we can get it and make you still laugh." And it's like, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need to. I don't need to be threatened with laughing at terribleness. And the last 15 minutes of this movie, The Substance, is as bad of a 15 minutes ending of a movie as I can remember ever seeing, especially for a movie that I genuinely loved, that I genuinely was like, yeah, I'm giving this thing 5 tacos because this is that good. I mean, this is that insightful. This is that important of a movie, of what's going on. And then just the body horror of it gets vile, and the treatment of everybody gets comical, but like not in an insightful or intelligent way, just like straight up like ha ha ha, isn't this gross and funny? It's like, no, it's not. It's like stupid, and I'm out. Like I really wanted to leave. Like it was just like you're not giving me anything here, and I don't know what to do with this movie because of how much. If it's a 2 hour and 15-minute movie, I think it's like 2.5. But if it's a 2 hour and 15-minute movie, I loved the first 2 hours and I hated the last 15 minutes. So what do you do with that? It's such a weird situation to be in. I all at once I want so many people to watch it and nobody watch it. Like I want everybody to be like to reach a point where it's like, okay, this is enough, and then turn it off, and then you'll be good. Because it goes on for another like 10 minutes after you reach that point, and it offers you nothing in the last 10 minutes, so you're not going to miss anything. Small step backwards. Okay, so that's the movie. Both of the lead performances from Margot Qualley and Demi Moore are just amazing, and you're going to hear especially Demi Moore brought up like a bazillion times as award season comes in. And I don't know how this will play to. There are lots of awards that she'll get nominated for. Ultimately, though, I don't know how this will play towards an Oscar nominating audience that she would get nominated for it, because it's, I mean, it is out there at times sometimes, but she's so good in it. It can't possibly win, but I would say she's definitely puts on the best performance that I've seen all year. And Margot Qualley if you think of her as the best supporting actress, and I would say that is fair. Is sublime. I mean, she has so few lines, but just everything in her face, and you can just see the joy in being young again, but also the manipulation that she is willing to put on to take advantage of that. And it's just, it is so nuanced and so good. And that might be part of why I don't like the last 15 minutes, because the movie is taken out of their hands and they have done so much work to build these characters, and the characters are completely removed from the film, and we're left with this amalgama of everything that is just pure Cronenberg amateur hour. And it's just, I think that's my problem. I think my problem is that we like these characters. They're both horrible, but I'm okay with that. I am okay with being vested in these horrible characters. This final amalgama of them it doesn't work at all. Like yes, it's funny. It's fun. It's genuinely funny, but then it's not. And it's like, the how do you reconcile the it's funny part when it gets to be not funny anymore? I don't know. But that being said, I did love the first 2 hours. I'm so torn on this one. I seriously, the first 2 hours. Okay, so here at Real Talk, we do tacos instead of stars, and if we feel like it needs a little bit extra, we'll add guac. Why? Because it's nobody eats half a fucking taco, so you just add guac. Okay, so before I do this, Blair asks, could I think of a way to end it better? And the answer is very easily. There are ways to end this better. Like I mentioned, it goes full on David Cronenberg. If you've ever seen a Cronenberg movie, you know it takes body horror to body mutilation and just grotesque creatures. Think of The Fly, that sort of thing. And And so the amalgama is the grotesqueness of these two people combined into a single thing, and it doesn't need to go there. The, yes, they are destroying themselves, and you can still have them destroy themselves without bringing in the grotesque creature. And and it's like, I get it, like Cronenberg brings in the grotesque creature, but so often that's the key to the Cronenberg movies, whereas with this one, the key to this movie was those two characters being one and the same and just being terrible. So that's where I would have gone. Okay, where am I? Okay, I'm doing taco rating. This one's getting 2 tacos plus guac. I just hated the ending so much, and I hate to do it. I want to give it so much more, but I can't in good faith have people go think that oh, a 4 taco movie, I got to go see that. I will never watch this movie again because of that, the last 15 minutes. Whereas, if they don't go down the road that they chose, I'm like all in. I'm like, yeah, let's do this all over again. And it's like the Return of the King with the Hobbit, where like there's an ending and then there's another ending and then there's another ending. It's like, when's the real ending? That's what this is. It's just like, okay, the monster is no, okay, we're gonna get, oh good, here the monster is done. No, the monster's not, okay, we're gonna keep, oh there's, okay, it's, they just chopped off its, oh no, there's another monster now, okay. Oh, so it just doesn't end, and that's 2 tacos plus guac. That's where I land. So once again, my name is Paul Britton. I am the host of Real Real Talk. That is my take on The Substance. Definitely go see it for yourself. The first 2 hours were worth it. But oof, I will not be here next week. I will be away this weekend. So yeah, I mean, there's I can't see movies. But I will be back the week after, and hopefully I'll have at least 2, maybe 3 movies. Uh Definitely gonna see the new Joker movie. Definitely gonna go see Wild Robot, which comes out this weekend, but I'll get a makeup viewing in there. And I'm hoping I can get Megalopolis in there as well. But thanks for swinging by. Catch you in 2 weeks.